Well, welcome to the Collision After Dark. It's just me and Golden Graham today. Um, we're trying something out here. I can't do any see any of your comments or whatever. Can you see them on your end?
Yes, I can see them. I don't think I can put them up though.
Okay, so if you see them, maybe we can do it that way.
Well, Noob says hello.
Hello, noob. How's it going?
Okay,
So,
so
of course, I'll introduce myself. I am that. I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that bubbly son of a bitch. My name is Canada Dry.
and I am the effing Golden Graham here tonight to talk some wrestling. And we're gonna do things a little different tonight because I'm gonna sort of be in the role of JFB. Now I admit I am no JFB. So stick with me here, guys. I promise we're going to make this as smooth and painless as possible.
All right.
I tried doing some banter by myself talking about the show, but it's
all right. So
extremely awkward.
Let's do match one. What happened?
So first match was our 6-man match. It was Orange Cassidy, Penta, and Eddie Kingston versus Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade. My notes, I thought it was a fine match. It was just your typical 6-man match that just got some guys on.
But you know what's nice? I can go back and I can edit that all out.
Good, because it was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. So we can edit all that out. Maybe not this part. So we're letting you know it's edited.
So if you want to see the bad stuff, you got to be live with us.
Yes, you want backstage live shit. You got to watch the show. You want all the crap that comes along with this stuff. You got to watch live.
We pull the curtains back for you, literally.
Yeah. So the whole that match was all right.
That seems to be the theme of the show for the night. It was all right.
Yeah, it just felt like it was just like we're getting through this show to get to All In. We're getting through it.
This definitely felt like why is this show here? And you could tell most of the people weren't in town. They were out flying to London. So,
well, you got to remember this happened the same night as Dynamite.
I know. It's still weird. It doesn't feel like it though.
So, well, it kind of does in a way because it's like the big matches happen and then you get this.
Yeah. This felt like a glorified
house show.
Yeah. Like a glorified Rampage is what it felt like.
Yeah, that too. So what match do we have next?
Next up was Dark Order versus Action Andretti and Darius Martin.
Okay, so I like this for Dark Order, and I like this for Darius. They're actually these are two lower card teams that someone's going to get a push out of this.
Yeah,
but it was way too long.
Yeah, I'm just saying AEW has a lot of rehabbing to do with Dark Order in my eyes, a lot, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it or not.
Well, especially if you could have got some other members involved with that.
Yeah, they need to do something because they've been teasing recruiting on BTE, the Bucks video, but it hasn't translated to television, which isn't a good thing.
Yeah. So it would have been cool to have some other Dark Order members just kind of stalking the ring while this is going on or something like that.
Yeah, that would have, or even just teasing it, something.
Yeah.
Give us something to get interested in with the Dark Order again.
So we're trying to rush through this because we want to do an all-in, because this show wasn't that great. We want to do an all-in prediction show for you.
Yeah.
We want to see if we can help you with your picks, with your gambling addictions.
Because AEW is pushing that DraftKings.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I got to get my DraftKings picks in.
Yeah, there you go. Get them in. Next match, Keith Lee and Zicky Dice.
I did not care about this
squish match. Hey, it was great to see Zicky Dice on TV.
It was, but it was just it's just why?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, this is a show just to get just a filler is all it was. So puts on some people who don't have anything to do for All In, All Out. Let them get some TV.
Yeah, time. At least you're getting them on TV.
Yeah.
I don't have anything nice to say about it. It's just there.
Yeah. Speaking of getting on TV, up next is Big Bill beating Very Morales. Looks like a clone
Okay.
copy of Juven to Guerrero
It
without the
totally
mask.
reminded me of that. Like, okay, so this was a squish match,
Yeah,
and I did like the whipping afterwards.
that's what I don't get. Like, he was suspended for whipping someone,
Yeah.
but every week since then, he's been out whipping someone as a manager. I don't
Well,
get it.
if you're not going to suspend him for that, like it's your own fault, EW.
Yeah, I guess.
But I love the line. You remind me of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
A young
Yes.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Yeah,
I
was
love
nice.
that line. I love that line.
It was good.
And I couldn't help but think every time he's getting whipped, I was thinking, that's more money for him. He's getting cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
He's like thinking, hit me again. Oh, come on, Daddy.
Like, the one thing that I wanted to bring up was Ricky Stark's post-match promo. Like, it seems like he was teasing maybe a strap match with him and Punk. Because there was a line that says something about, like, I'm going to get a bigger strap. So I was thinking maybe at All Out, it'll be a strap match between Punk and Starks. Maybe.
Well, is he? Oh, yes, because
tonight's his suspension is up tonight.
No, it's not. It's one more week, but that's Saturday.
Yeah, so Sunday.
And All Out is Sunday, right?
Yes. Yeah, 28, because it was 28 days, not 31. They made that clearance so he could be at All Out.
So he's clear to go for All Out, but you can't wrestle a Collision.
Right.
Okay, I see what they did there.
Yep. Okay. So and then the last thing was the main event, which was Punk, Sting.
Well, what about the retirement of the FTW Championship?
Oh yeah, so that opened up the show, and we had Jack Perry come out, bringing out the FTW title on like a silver platter, almost being escorted down to the ring, which I thought was hilarious. And he went to go retire using a sledgehammer for some reason.
Well, what I did like was the video montage or the happy times with the championship.
Yeah, the great moments.
Yeah, just like him with the belt going roller skating, him with the belt in the shower.
Like him in the shower was like, I'm surprised they didn't move that title up to cover up.
Yeah, they had his butt cheek showing a bit. They're like,
yeah, it was a little risque.
They're like, this will move the chains.
It will for some people, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they did a little video return package for Hook doing some pull-ups in, I'm assuming, New York City. And then he sat there and he just beat Jack Perry up for a few minutes. And then they set up their title match for tomorrow at All In on 0 Hour. So, yeah, effective. Did what it needed to do.
I don't think they needed a video montage, though. They could have just had him.
I think that was just a way to distract Jack Perry to pan back and see Hook.
Yeah, I guess it worked.
For the dramatic effect.
Yeah. But, all right, let's move on to the main event.
And then the main event was Punk, Sting, Darby Allin, and Hook beating Swerve, Brian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Jay White. Like, this was the best thing on this show. I enjoyed it was fun. It was just nonstop action. And Joe on commentary is gold. I love it.
It was. I enjoyed the moments when CM Punk and Jay White are going back and forth there. And it felt like this is a preview of things to come.
I definitely think it is.
So I like those little moments that they have, little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I like that Brian Cage is kind of getting to showcase what he's about.
Yeah, because if anybody knows Brian Cage, he's an amazing wrestler. Like, if he's given the time and everything, like, because you could see like him working with Darby would be great, because Darby sold for him like no one else tonight. When they had their spots, it was great. And then after the match, what was it? Punk choked out Jay White, I believe. Joe comes in and there's just a Donnybrook ensues and everyone just goes off. 5 minutes of just brawling outside. Cameras going crazy, can't keep up with all the action.
So yeah, it felt kind of like a SmackDown sort of ending to the show.
Yeah, it definitely did. And it was one of those, like, just sit there like get every match that they can for All In on TV to let everyone know what's going on. Other than that, like this show just it felt like a drag, honestly.
It did. So let's forego our usual bells.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Let's forego our segment of the night, our match of the night. And let's just do All In predictions.
Works for me.
And that'll be the meat of our show.
I like that.
So there we go. Let's start with the first match. We just spoke about it a minute ago.
Yep.
We're talking about
Hook versus Jack Perry for the FTW title.
Yeah, what are you thinking on this match?
I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe Hook's going to get it back. I mean, I think this is one of the matches that if it wasn't on the card, I wouldn't care. I don't really.
Well, here's the thing. Since they're retired, Jack Perry says clearly doesn't care about this title.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to completely eliminate the belt altogether, you're giving it back to Hook.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably the best for it. Give him like a nice little 5-10 minute match, and just let Hook get his revenge and choke out Jack Perry.
But I don't think this feud does any favors.
No,
to Jack Perry at all.
It doesn't do anything for Hook either. They both need some more experienced guys to bounce off of at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like this was a bad idea to have him feud with Hook.
Yes,
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, not at all.
There could have been someone else.
Okay, and then there's one more 0-hour match.
Yeah, this one's interesting.
This is for the ROH World Tag Team titles. We have the champions Aussie Open versus MJF and Adam Cole.
Double clothesline!
And then the kangaroo kick. I have been back and forth on this all day. Like, I did my picks for All In for our prediction league today. And this is honestly one of the hardest matches I think there is to pick.
It's hard.
Like, I could see it going either way.
Okay, so tell me what you think. I told you what I thought of the last match, so tell me what you think.
I think, honestly, I think it's going to be what I don't want, and I think it's Aussie Open is going to retain. Because I think that's just going to play into the main event later on. So I don't think that they're going to get the happy ending of the tag team match that everybody basically wants.
Yeah, like the fact that they don't have those tag titles puts more friction into the world title match.
Right.
Because if they have the tag belts going into that thing, you're like, well, now what do you do after they had this brawl out?
Yeah, I think Aussie Open is taking it.
I agree, Aussie Open for the win.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the main card and the first match, in no particular order, by the way, just how I have them written down. First match, the trios match of Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Kota Ibushi versus Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita. What do you think, Canada Jack?
This one's a toss-up too.
Yes, I feel like that's going to be a common thread for these matches. Like a lot of toss-ups because the fact that All Out is literally a week after.
Yeah, and All Out plays big into this.
Yes, it absolutely does.
Because I feel like Kenny's going to go against Takeshita.
Yeah, I think that's, and for that reason, I feel like Takeshita and Bullet Club may go over as a way, because then you can just have Omega just go after Takeshita on Wednesday and set it up.
And you know that Kenny likes to take a beating before he gets his big win.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
He likes that part of the story. He likes to come back from behind. So, yeah, I'm going to give this one to Bullet Club and Takeshita.
Yeah.
You agree?
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Next up should be a very fun match. Sting and Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage in a tag team coffin match. Get your thoughts first, Canada Dry.
I'm giving this one to Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland.
Really? Why is that?
Well, if Christian is getting a title match, or Darby Allin's getting a title match, he needs a little bit of adversity in his way.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can't just have him walk right in, like have it handed to him on a silver platter. He needs a little bit of adversity.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but at the same time,
and also Swerve, he needs a win.
Yeah, I mean he does, but I don't know if it's here because Sting doesn't lose on pay-per-view.
And yeah, I think there's a thing to say for, you want to make the crowd happy. And so I think this could be one of those things where you want to send the crowd, have that elation moment with Sting and Darby.
So Luke Walsh here has a very hot take. He says he thinks that Sting's going to turn on Darby.
That's a very hot take.
I honestly, I think if anything, I think it's the other way around. I think Darby will be the one to turn on Sting.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't see a turn.
No, I don't think so either.
No,
I think if you're going to see this turn...
He's too white hot as a babyface.
Yeah. I think if you're going to see this turn, it probably would have been weeks ago to set up a one-on-one of Sting versus Darby.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, I'm going to change it. I'm going with Darby and Sting.
I mean, also, and you could also say this way, because if Darby wins, you can already say, I beat Christian, up next is Luchasaurus.
Yeah, I think that makes logical sense.
Yeah. All right. Next up, next match, Stadium Stampede. Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, Eddie Kingston, and Penta against Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Santana, and Ortiz.
This is Stadium Stampede. This is pretty much to sell the video game.
Probably, yeah.
I feel this is an Orange Cassidy big win moment.
Really? You think so?
I feel like they had that beat down of their car in the street fight.
Yeah.
And I feel Orange Cassidy needs a big stage, on a big stage.
See, I agree with you that Orange Cassidy needs a big win, but I think he loses here, and then I think he beats Jon Moxley at All Out. That could be his big one-on-one win.
Okay, is this our first disagreement on this one?
Yes, because you changed. Yeah, I'm going with BCC and Friends on this one.
You hear me?
But I don't know, because I heard another very interesting take. The last time BCC brought in outsiders to help them was Blood and Guts, and they both left. So maybe that's the story they're going with, and maybe Ortiz and Santana turn on BCC and help Eddie. I don't know.
I don't know. This is a tough one.
Noob says he thinks that Orange Cassidy and Friends are winning. So,
yeah, I think it's Orange Cassidy too.
We shall see. I mean, we can't agree on everything. There's got to be a little.
No, we can't. You swayed me the other way last time, so
yeah. Up next is the Real World's Championship match: CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. And I got Punk in this one. He's not losing a singles match till he loses a unification match with whoever the champion is, probably MJF.
Yeah, I don't see Samoa Joe walking away with the X over his shoulder. And I think Samoa Joe can afford to lose this match.
Yes, absolutely.
So
So
That was really quick on those
Yeah.
ones. Boom, boom.
here's another very interesting match. The AEW World Trios Championship match. The Acclaimed with the badass Billy Gunn versus the champions House of Black. You back?
Yes, someone kept on calling me and it like messed everything up.
Okay.
All right, so let's get back to that trios match.
Yes. So I sort of talked about a couple matches while you're going to fill in some time, but we can go back and do it. So yeah, like I said, trios match. It Acclaimed in the badass Billy Gunn versus House of Black. I'm going with the Acclaimed. I don't think they would run this storyline, have Billy fake his retirement just to come back, just to lose the titles. I think that would be some really bad storytelling.
Yes, and it would put Acclaim over big time, beating House of Black
Yes.
at All In. You can't do any better than this, like getting them over.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going with them. Yeah.
Next up is the women's championship match. Sheeta versus Britt Baker versus Saraya versus Toni Storm. I already said I'm taking Saraya on this.
Yes, this is
The hometown pop, send everyone home happy.
This is Saraya's big moment.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a face turn though.
I think it'll be a face turn just because she's in London. But I think when she comes back to the States, she'll.
I know, but what's going to happen between Toni and her?
I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting because, especially if they were to put the TBS title on Ruby.
I don't think they're doing it.
I don't think so either, but that would be an interesting dynamic to have.
But you see what they did on Rampage? They had the fighting between Britt and Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
Just to flip it, and it's going to happen between Toni and Saraya.
Probably. I could see that. Absolutely.
But I don't think the Outcasts, I don't want to see them break up.
No, neither do I. Luke agrees with us. He says that this is her moment.
Yeah.
And I wholeheartedly agree. Like her promo, like she hasn't wrestled in the UK in 9 years. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, this is going to be cool.
Yeah. And then another one that I had a hard time picking, the AEW World Tag Team title match, FTR versus the Young Bucks. I picked the Young Bucks in this.
You think that FTR is losing their titles, right?
I think it's possible.
Okay, I'm going with FTR.
This is another one of these matches where either one can win, and I'm not going to be shocked by it.
Yeah. I feel that the FTR needs this more than the Young Bucks. They need that big moment. I feel like people would shit on the Young Bucks for this.
Yeah, I mean,
like I feel if Young Bucks are put over FTR, they'll be.
Yeah, I could see that, but once again, I guess it all depends on what Tony's thinking.
Yeah.
So, and then finally, the match that we all have been waiting for. AEW World Championship match. Champion MJF versus Adam Cole. The meeting of the Brochachos.
The meeting of the Brochachos. Oh, wow. This MJF is walking away with the belt.
Like, in my heart of hearts, I agree with you. But part of me thinks Adam Cole is going to turn and become the fourth member of the Kingdom. What do you think?
And walks away with the belt?
There's a possibility, yes. Because
wouldn't that be the ultimate screw job if Adam Cole was playing him the whole time?
Oh, yeah. Caleb did bring up, we did forget a match, so we'll bring it up afterwards.
Which one was that?
Oh, we forgot Jericho and Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah, we'll save that for last.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like,
I'm still. Okay, so are you gonna go with that?
no, because officially I went with MJF. Because, like I said, I don't think MJF is losing the title anytime soon. But just hear me out. Could you imagine a fully heel Adam Cole and a face MJF and him chasing the title?
You could have a turn after.
Yeah.
MJF
I mean,
wins.
or you, like, I know this isn't conventional in wrestling, but you could have one type of heel in Adam Cole and then just have MJF just go down this dark, like he just becomes psychotic. Like, I opened myself up to you, you destroyed me, now I'm going to destroy you, and he can be like that tweener that's just demolishes everybody.
Yeah, but he's also a face. He's getting the pops.
He is.
So I feel like if he was betrayed, the fans would rally behind him 100%.
Yeah, I kind of don't want Adam Cole and MJF to split up right now. I'm enjoying.
No, I feel
every
it's
second
coming to a. This is the big
I know.
moment.
This is definitely the natural culmination of this story.
Yeah.
It should end it all in.
And because if you keep this going, it's going to be stale.
Yes.
Like people say, keep it going, keep it going. At one point, does it become stale?
Yes. Like look at what WWE does. They do artificial things to artificially extend
The bloodline.
the bloodline, the main one. Yes.
Yeah.
And it loses its punch sometime. Mr. Walsh here says MJF wins and he thinks it's going to be Punk and MJF in Chicago. I think that's too soon, a week after.
Yeah, I do think that's too soon. But in Chicago, they could play it up.
Absolutely.
They could start it.
Yeah. I think it's too soon for Punk and MJF. But yeah. And then the one match that we did not talk about was Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay. And I don't know if those of you saw the video floating around Facebook, but at the Rev Pro show today, Jericho ambushed Will Ospreay. Had a luchador mask on and all that good stuff. You know, you've seen it before. He did this at All In when he dressed up as Penta.
Yeah.
He has a history of doing this.
There's no snowball's chance in hell that Jericho beats Will Ospreay.
I agree. I wholeheartedly think that Will Ospreay is winning this.
Maybe 10 years ago, Jericho wins.
Yeah. No,
You don't think 10 years ago Jericho would win?
10 years ago? Oh, yes. 10 years ago, yes, he would win. But yeah, not in England. Like, that crowd is going to be so hot for Ospreay. He's going to be.
But you know what's going to happen is Jericho's going to go over in this match, even though he loses.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's going to have that Rocky sort of moment.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Yeah.
Where he's like, he's going to be down. And Will Ospreay's going to be like, stay down. And Jericho's getting up.
Yep.
That's totally what's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
When it does, I'm gonna at you. I'm gonna say I called it.
Yeah, and I will say yes, you did. But yeah. I think Will Ospreay has to go over here.
Okay, so let's move on. What match is stealing the show?
Oh, what match steals the show? Honestly, I think it might be the tag match, Bucks and FTR.
That match is going to be good.
But if we're going with a match that isn't expected, I think it's going to be the coffin match. Sting and Darby versus Christian and Swerve. I think that has all the potential.
I just think Sting is just a little too old to make that sort of. It'll be fun.
He's going to jump off something. Come on now.
I know, but it's Darby's got it, but Sting doesn't anymore. So I don't see that being a match stealer. yeah, I can't really think of anything but that tag match, other than MJF and Adam Cole, that are obviously we know that's going to be an amazing match.
Yeah, I don't think you can really steal the match as the main event of the pay-per-view, though.
CM Punk and Samoa Joe.
They could steal the show. That would be if they get their inner ROH Joe and Punk and we get a match like that, it will steal the show.
Or we're all over the place.
Yeah,
we're naming them matches. Or the Elite versus Bullet Club and Takeshita.
yeah, that could. I mean,
that match could easily steal the show.
There's like that's the thing, man. Like AEW pay-per-views, like there's never a bad match on the card ever. So,
Do you know who's stealing the show?
who?
The fans. 86. Was it 86?
I'm not sure.
87-ish, maybe?
Luke, do you know how many tickets have been sold? He's saying he typed in front of 80,000, but I know it's more than that because they've broken the record for
what for sure. It's
of
close to
WrestleMania
87.
in 32.
It's close to 87. It's got to be.
I am very much looking forward to
that. Atmosphere is going to be amazing.
Luke says 81,000 right now.
Oh, there's more than that.
Caleb says 86, or no, Caleb says 860,000. Clearly, a typo.
It's 812 people.
Yeah. So
we don't have. Let's just quickly talk about our sponsors.
Yes.
We don't have any ads to put up or anything like that. But if you want to become a wrestler, you'll see it in the link below after the show. You can go to ftwwrestling.com and you can train to become a professional wrestler. And you can train with Natalia Markova, who's in a world title match tonight that I'm going to watch right after this.
Yeah, hopefully she wins.
Oh, I'm so nervous. But yeah, for $250 a month, you can train to become professional wrestler with Brian Idol and Natalia Markova. Like this thing, like if I was in Florida, I'd be sending people there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd probably be working for them as a recruitment officer.
Right, just be a ring guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, our good friends at the Kill City Cup. This thing is crazy. It's growing, and hopefully we'll get another one like in a year or two.
Yeah,
because it's fun.
If you've never seen Kill City Cup, it is basically Mortal Kombat meets Lucha Underground. It's so fun.
But you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Twisted Metal.
Yeah, Twisted Metal. A little bit of Twisted Metal.
Yeah. I got the world by the balls.
Speaking of Twisted Metal, did you watch the series on Peacock yet?
I've seen the first episode. I'm meaning to watch the next one. The last scene I saw was Samoa Joe with his ice cream.
Sweet tooth. I binge watched the whole series in one day on when I was on vacation.
And did you enjoy it?
Yes, absolutely.
It's very cartoony, but it's entertaining, right?
Kind of cartoony, yeah, but it's taken seriously as well.
So. Yeah. So with that being said, we're just gonna end the show here. Don't have anything more to say. Do you have anything more to say?
Just one thing. Thoughts and prayers go out to the Rotunda family on the loss of their son.
Yes. And also, after All In, tune into the All F in Wrestling show tomorrow.
Yes.
And we're going to do a review show, much better than the Collision.
Oh, yes.
And we got prizes to give away.
Yeah. Dollywood, right?
Yeah, Dollywood has made 2 prize packages. So it's not just one thing. There's a first place, there's a second place. So there's a bunch of stuff that she's putting in one pile. Another pile over here is a little bit smaller, but it's still a pretty good pile.
Nice.
So
look forward to it. Hopefully I win one. Come on.
Yes. So as you know, life can be hard. And sometimes just it knocks you on your ass, and things happen. Friends betray you. Um, you get dumped, all that kind of stuff. Marriages end. It's a lot of bad stuff. People die, and if you stay focused on the negative, you're going to live in the negative. But if you start thinking positive, and you gather around the positive people who lift you up, you'll have the strength to just keep